Hello and welcome to episode 6 of our show about Rotary. For those of you who haven't seen the show before, Rotary is a worldwide service organization. So basically our hobby is doing good in the world and having fun doing it. Our show is broken into 3 parts. The first part, we generally talk about Rotary International and what Rotary has done on a global basis. There are 1.2 million Rotarians in over 30,000 Rotary clubs around the world. The second part of our show, we usually talk about what Rotary has done on a local level here in Putnam County. And the third part of our show, we usually talk about upcoming Rotary events that you can either be involved in or just aware of. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to have somebody else by video tell you a little bit about what Rotary has been doing on a global level, and I'm very, very proud to have Bono speak for us.
I'm here in a clinic in Accra, in Ghana, amongst the genius doctors, nurses, and health workers who are so transforming the lives of the people in this region with very simple medications and applications, from vaccines to bed nets. Wherever I go in doing my work, the Rotarians have been there before me. It is a very humbling thing to discover just exactly what putting service before yourself adds up to when you see it in practice on the field. When polio is finally eradicated, and you know it will be soon, you stand surely in the first chapter of that book. I admire the Rotary Club's interventions so much. They're well thought out and enacted. And so I thought nowhere better than right on the field to send you my very best and really offer thanks and gratitude to what you're all doing. From Bono in Accra, thanks again.
I'm so proud to be a member of Rotary. It's such a great organization, and when we're recognized by celebrity humanitarians like Bono, it makes me all the more proud. Each month, Rotary has a theme, what service we're going to provide or focus on for that given month. And April is it's Family and Maternal Health Month. And to show you a little bit about what has been going on globally, I'd like to show you a little bit about what Rotary has been doing in Ukraine for Family and Maternal Health Month. Do we have that?
We were in a very poor condition. We were using one monitor for 3 patients. It was explained to parents that your child had no choice for life. That was a difficult time for me, and I was thinking, why comparing with the Western children? The Ukrainian children have no chance for surviving. So sad story with mother when she understands her child could die. We are trying to encourage the mother to be more optimistic. We are able to help. We were born by Rotary. That was 20 years ago. That was opened the door for our success. Can you imagine on day 3 after delivery, I'm telling mother, operation is done, everything is good, and she's happy.
Что мы так с таким диагнозом люди не живут, но мы живем, стараемся жить.
Руками сердца они могут жить и развиваться, как обычные дети. После проведенных операций они живут полноценной жизнью.
Вони чудові люди, вони справжні герої України. Я їм страшенно вдячна.
I found that very impressive. And that's Rotary Global, but as we switch to Rotary on more of a local level, here in Putnam County, keeping with the theme of Maternal and Family Health Month, as a Rotary organization, we can't necessarily always administer services ourselves, so we partner with great local organizations, many great local organizations that provide these services firsthand, and we support them, partner with them, and one of those organizations that we're going to talk about today is Putnam Family Community Services. I have 3 guests with me today, Allison Carroll, Lisa Spilka, and Debbie Levin from Putnam Family Community Services. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
You're so welcome. Thanks for being here. So, Allison, for those of us who don't know, Putnam Family Community Services, can you give us an overview of the agency?
Sure. We are the only private, not-for-profit behavioral health service in Putnam County. And behavioral health means that we have mental health services and substance use services. And we reach every community in the county. We have services and provide services in all areas. Also, Northern Westchester, Southern Dutchess, if people can get here, we can provide services. So we kind of have to be everything to everyone. As such, we have over 20 programs. As I mentioned, we have mental health services for people who just need to come in for short term to get back on their feet. We have services for people who have more serious mental health issues. We have vocational services to help people get jobs. We have prevention services in many of the schools. We have the substance use clinic for people who are struggling with substance use, substance abuse, advocacy services, care management to help people access services. So we really cover everything for somewhat of a small agency. But I think what really makes us special is our philosophy. And the agency really was founded on the principles of the belief in recovery, that anyone and everyone can recover from whatever they're dealing with, and hope. And that it's the hope that starts when you walk into the agency from our welcoming front office and our new reception area, which the Rotary helped us pay for, to our friendly receptionist, our staff who really believe in people's abilities and partner with them. So I think that the hope and that belief is what really sets us apart from others.
Right, and you, it's very impressive how far your reach is and how many individuals you help, both directly and indirectly. So can you tell me, why are these services important to our community, and who do you serve?
Well, we actually serve on average about 1 in 13 people in this county.
Wow.
Come through our doors.
Yep.
We serve children through seniors. We serve people, as I mentioned before, who just kind of need a little tune-up. all the way to people who really have much more serious issues. But I believe that everyone knows someone, loves someone, is related to someone who has either a mental health issue or a substance use issue.
Right.
So as such, these are issues that don't just impact the individual, but the community and the family. And so through our services, we help people to regain their lives and their dreams. We help people to get and keep jobs. We help to keep people out of inpatient institutions. I really believe that we help people to be healthier and happier, and that a healthier and happier person is a healthier and happier community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now you have a conference coming up. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Very excited. Something we've dreamt of for a long time, and we actually have on May 12th a conference that is really going to be about hope in recovery, and just really to put our money where our mouth is. We have people from all over the country coming. Our keynote's coming from Pennsylvania, and we have people from Columbia University, and we have family coming to talk about the impact on family and how to work with families. We have youth, people with youth coming to talk about the impact on youth, and we also have a very special panel of people with mental health issues who are in recovery to talk about what they've been through and where they are now, to give that hope to people. So May 12th, and it's minimal cost, and lunch will be included, and we'd love to see people come.
And we can find out more from your website.
Yes.
Good, good. So Lisa Spilka, I'm sorry I pronounced your name wrong before, but I got it right now. So tell me, for Rotary, April is Maternal and Child Health Month. So I know that Putnam Family Community Services, or PFCS, has services that are geared toward young children and families. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
You know, we actually treat and help a lot of families, couples, and children in our various programs. And the challenges that they face are no different than the challenges our parents or our grandparents faced. We're talking about things like divorce, or the death of a loved one, or somehow a change in the family's financial status, unemployment, coming to this country from somewhere else. All these things we're well equipped to deal with in a variety of our programs.
That's impressive, but can you give me more information about preventive measures and how you get out in front of potential behavioral issues before they occur, and early intervention such?
Well, certainly we're here to help treat people once the problem occurs or the issue occurs, but we also believe in preventative care to try to educate or catch the issue early on so that you have a better chance of recovery or what have you. Certainly when you catch a physical disease early, you have a better chance of recovering fully and living a fully, productive life. The same is true for mental health issues. So we have one program in particular that screens children anywhere from birth to age of 18 to see if there's any kind of lags in emotional development or that could be addressed. And as a result of these screenings, we're able to make recommendations for the family, for the parents. Maybe it might mean a different type of parenting group so they can help with coping strategies to reinforce that with the children. It could mean play therapy for the children to really help with their socialization or what have you, to acclimate.
Right.
Because it's a very complicated world out there, and I think children are faced with tremendous challenges with social media and all this other stuff as well.
Right. It's hard enough to be a kid or a teenager now, but to be doing that and also have maybe undiagnosed but diagnosable need for help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And certainly education is key for our substance use programs and for the children. I mean, they are faced with so much substance use out there.
Absolutely.
There's an opiate epidemic. Putnam County has its fair share of marijuana fields that were being found.
Sure. Yeah.
Not any different than any other county. But if we're out there in the schools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, helping with education, not just for substance use, but also bullying, these are very, very important things to help strengthen a family and an individual.
Right. Now, you also support adults of all ages. Can you tell me what types of issues bring people in general to Putnam Family for help?
You know, recently I was on the CDC website and I saw statistics that said only 17% of the U.S. adult population is considered to be in optimal mental health. That means the rest of us, and I'm including myself in there, have some sort of mental mental dysregulation, I should say, not illness. And most common is depression and anxiety.
Right.
You know, 29% of adults, you know, out of the rest of us who are not considered optimal health are suffering from depression. And it could be just something that's episodic. You just need a little extra support for a short period of time. It could be something a little bit more long-term. But these are things that often go undiagnosed, and it's important to get the help that you need.
And it's important for people to know that that help exists. So hopefully people are watching this show and they will learn that help exists for them, their loved ones, their neighbors. So now Debbie, and by the way, thank you Lisa and Allison. Debbie, Putnam Family, or PFCS, is a nonprofit agency. Tell us about what does that mean and in what ways people in our community can help.
Well, nonprofit is, we're not in it to make money. We're in it to serve the community. And the way that people can help is to support our programs, and you can do so in many ways. We are very committed to making sure that our programs are accessible to anyone who has a need within our community. That means that we have to pay for the infrastructure. So we do need to make money so that we can deliver these services. And sometimes there's a gap. So you can donate. Donations are great. We get donations from foundations. We do get some governmental funding through the county and the state. But there's still gaps. Right. We do get support from local organizations like the Rotary, who have been tremendously generous to us over the years. As Allison mentioned, they helped us to redo our lobby recently, which was a huge plus.
And it's so easy for Rotary to want to support an organization as great as yours.
Oh, well, thank you. We're extremely grateful. But we can always, there are a lot of generous individuals out there, so if you, like us, believe that preserving and promoting mental health in our community is important to build a stronger community, you can go to our website and you could give a donation. We'd very much appreciate it. But in addition to that, there are two other things that you can consider. First, as you just said, spread the word. Let people know we're out here and that we have the services that will support you. Go to our website, like us on our Facebook page, and go participate in our Twitter at RecoveryHV.
HV for Hudson Valley.
At
Recovery HV.
At Recovery HV. And just get the word out that we're there.
Yeah.
Lastly, I'll mention we are always looking for good people to help support us on our board of directors. So again, if you really have a passion for supporting the community through mental health, talk to us. See if there's a position or a place for you to serve on our board of directors.
Right.
We may just want you.
and you've mentioned that it does take money to be able to make this great organization run. I know that you have some events that are designed, I think, to help raise money to help your organization to run. And I know that you have a couple coming up. Can you tell us about them?
Sure. Coming up very quickly on this coming Thursday, April 14th. April 14th. We have our annual Adult Spelling Bee. This is their 7th year doing this really fun event. It's a crazy, fun, uproarious event. You know, you've been there.
I do, yeah.
There's still time to get in, but only like a day or two. I'd need to know in the next couple of days. I might be able to squeeze in a team or two.
Right.
But it's a wonderful event that brings together a whole lot of different organizations and businesses supporting Putnam Family.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to say about the Spelling Bee, I got involved in the Spelling Bee through Rotary. You came to Rotary, gave us a presentation about what you do. I wanted to get more involved, so I volunteered to help at the Spelling Bee. This is much more fun than a Spelling Bee should ever be.
Yes.
It is raucous, it is silly, it's fun, and I know that my Rotary Club participates now. We have a team together. And
the used to be's.
It's an awful lot of fun. It's a great event. Not only does it raise money for your organization, but it brings the community together for a really good time.
Good time.
And now tell me about the other event.
Our major fundraiser of the year is in the fall. It's coming up on October 14th this year. It's a Friday evening. It's our annual dinner dance gala. This is where we raise a great deal of money for the organization, and there are several different ways that you can support that. You could sponsor. We look for sponsorships for the event. You could take an ad in the Journal. You could donate a silent auction item, or you could come and do dinner and dancing with us. It's a really lovely, lovely evening, and again, it supports us in a very large way. So that's October 14th. Save the date. And it's at the Salem Golf Club.
Oh, okay. And I have never been to that event, but I have friends that have been to it, and they say that it's great. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully, I can make it this year.
Oh, I hope so.
And if I want to learn more about it, I go to your website.
We will have information. Information will be forthcoming within the next couple of weeks. I have to get over the spelling bee, and then I'll be putting things up about the dinner dance. But yes, it's coming up, and we will be sending out save the date notifications, and information will be forthcoming.
Great, great. Allison, Lisa, Debbie, thank you so much for being here as guests, and thank you for all that you do in the community. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having us.
You're welcome. Speaking of upcoming events, the local events on yesterday, which was Sunday, April, I guess it was the 9th, I attended the Pauling Interact Pancake Breakfast, and we don't have any visuals for it, but it was run by the high school version of Rotary, which is an organization called Interact, and they're going to be here for an upcoming episode. I think it's just amazing that we have high school kids that are so focused on doing good in the community. They had a great pancake breakfast. It was a big success, and kudos to Pauling Interact. The Patterson Rotary Club, which is my club, has an upcoming event. It is the event of the culinary year. It is the Men Who Cook, which is a dinner. It will be on April 30th, Saturday, April 30th at the Star Ridge Banquet Center, and it's $70 per person. There are about 40 different chefs that provide great meals. It's a buffet, and you can try anything. You can try everything. I challenge myself to try all 40 dishes. So there are still tickets available. You can contact the Patterson Rotary for tickets. So that's what we have here, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank our guests, and if you have more interest in Rotary and maybe would like to attend a meeting, you'll see a screen will show you where the meetings are, when the meetings are. Again, thank you for watching.